Before we start, think about this for a second. If you asked players like Ronaldo, Messi, and De Bruyne the same question, what's the most important advice you'd give a young footballer? You'd probably expect completely different answers. After all, they're different players with different styles and different journeys. But if you listen to enough of their interviews, something fascinating happens. You start hearing the same ideas over and over again. Not the same drills, not the same tactics, the same habits. Habits that help shape some of the greatest footballers the game has ever seen. So I went through interviews, stories from teammates, and advice from some of football's biggest names to find the 7 habits that kept appearing again and again. These are the habits every serious footballer should start building today. And trust me, if you adopt even one of these, you'll start improving faster than you ever thought possible. Habit number 1, train when no one's watching. If there's one habit almost every great footballer has in common, it's this: they don't let team training be the only time they improve. Cristiano Ronaldo understood this from a young age. Former teammates have said they'd arrive at training and find him already on the pitch, drenched in sweat from a session he'd started on his own. Think about that for a second. While everyone else was waiting for training to begin, Ronaldo had already put in extra work. Here's the truth. Team training isn't designed to fix your individual weaknesses. Your coach has an entire squad to manage. He can't spend 90 minutes helping you improve your weak foot, your first touch, or your finishing. That's your job. So if your passing isn't good enough, find a wall and spend 20 minutes passing with both feet. If your weak foot is holding you back, give it extra touches every single day. If your first touch lets you down under pressure, stay after training and work on it. The players who improve the fastest aren't the ones who only train when the team trains. They're the ones who go home, identify one weakness, and keep working until it becomes a strength. Because the work you do when nobody's watching is usually the reason everyone starts watching later. Habit number 2. Watch football like a student, not a fan. Most people watch football for the goals. The best players watch football to learn. Kevin De Bruyne has spoken about watching matches to study movement, positioning, and decision-making. He's not just enjoying the game, he's looking for details he can use himself. That's exactly how you should watch football. The next time you watch a match, don't spend the whole game following the ball. Instead, pick one player who plays in your position. Watch where they move before they receive the ball. Notice how often they scan their surroundings. Pay attention to how they create space, when they speed up, when they slow the game down, and what they do immediately after losing possession. Those are the little details that most people completely miss. And the best part? Every match you watch is a free lesson from some of the best players in the world. The only question is, are you watching to be entertained, or are you watching to improve? Habit number 3. Be brutally honest about your weaknesses. Most players avoid this. They'd rather spend an hour practicing skills they're already good at than 10 minutes fixing the part of their game that's actually holding them back. But that's not how the best players improve. Harry Kane is a great example. At one point in his career, he committed to using only his weaker foot during training drills. Passing, shooting, finishing, everything was done with the foot he trusted the least, because he knew that avoiding a weakness only makes it stronger. So after every match or training session, ask yourself one simple question: what let me down today? Maybe your first touch kept bouncing away. Maybe you missed easy passes. Maybe you struggled under pressure. Whatever it is, don't ignore it. Write it down. Then make it the first thing you work on the next time you train alone. The players who improve the fastest aren't the ones with the fewest weaknesses. They're the ones who are honest enough to face them and disciplined enough to fix them. Habit number 4, treat recovery like it's part of training. A lot of young players think the only way to improve is by training harder. But here's the truth. Your body doesn't get stronger while you're training. It gets stronger when it recovers. That's why Cristiano Ronaldo has always taken recovery so seriously. Over the years, he's invested just as much into his sleep, nutrition, hydration, and recovery as he has into his training sessions. He understands that if your body isn't recovering properly, you're never going to perform at your best. The good news? You don't need expensive equipment or a personal chef to do the same. Start with the basics. Get enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours a night. Drink enough water throughout the day. Eat foods that help your body recover. Protein, healthy fats, complex carbs. Stretch after training instead of going straight to your phone. These might seem like small things, but they add up over time, because the players who improve the fastest aren't always the ones who train the hardest. They're the ones who recover well enough to keep training hard day after day. Habit number 5, set weekly goals, not just big dreams. Every footballer says they want to go pro, but that's not a plan. Top academies like La Masia don't just tell players to get better. Every stage of a player's development has a clear objective. One week might focus on receiving under pressure, another on scanning before the first touch. Everything is broken down into small steps. You should train the same way. The players who actually improve break that big dream into small achievable goals. Instead of saying, I want to become a professional, they say, this week I'm going to improve my weak foot. I'm going to complete 500 first touch reps every day. I'm going to scan the field before every pass. That's how progress becomes measurable. At the start of every week, choose one thing you want to improve, just one. Master it, then move on to the next. Because big dreams don't change your game overnight. Small goals completed consistently do. Habit number 6, challenge yourself against better players. It's fun playing against people you know you can beat. You score more goals, complete more dribbles, and leave the pitch feeling confident. But that's not where real improvement happens. Lionel Messi experienced this from a young age. Because he was smaller than most players, he often had to compete against opponents who were stronger and more physical. Instead of avoiding those challenges, he adapted. He became quicker with the ball, made decisions faster, and developed the close control that defenders still struggle to deal with today. Real improvement starts when you're struggling to keep up, when every touch has to be sharper, every pass has to be quicker, and every decision has to be faster. So don't always look for the easiest game. If you get the chance to train with older players, take it. Play against stronger opponents, do it. Yes, you'll make mistakes. Yes, you'll lose the ball. But every mistake is showing you exactly what you need to improve. And that's how you get better. By being uncomfortable. Habit number 7, show up even when you don't feel like it. Anyone can train when they are motivated. It's easy to work hard after you've played a great match, or when you're excited to improve. The real test comes on the days you don't feel like training. When it's raining, when you're tired from school, when you had a terrible game the day before. That's when most players make excuses. But the ones who eventually make it, they show up anyway. Cristiano Ronaldo has built his entire career on that mindset. Former teammates have shared countless stories about him staying in the gym after training, challenging others to do extra reps, or refusing to leave until he felt like he'd done enough. It wasn't because someone was forcing him, it was because discipline had become a habit. And that's what separates great players from everyone else. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll have it, some days you won't. But if you can learn to train even when you don't feel like it, you'll keep improving while everyone else is waiting to feel motivated again. Here's the truth. None of these habits are complicated. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need the perfect coach. And you definitely don't need to be the most talented player on your team. What you do need is the discipline to keep showing up and doing the small things that most players ignore. So don't try to start all 7 habits tomorrow. Pick just one. Commit to it this week. And once it becomes part of your routine, move on to the next. Because becoming a great footballer isn't about making one huge change. It's about making small improvements every single day until the player you want to become is the player you see in the mirror. And if you enjoyed this video and want more football content that actually helps you improve, hit the subscribe button. And if you're serious about taking your game to the next level, join my free Discord community, link in description, where we break down exactly how to train like the pros. Now go train. Your next session is your chance to start building the habits of an elite footballer. And remember, greatness isn't about talent, it's about discipline.